Hello, and welcome to the Coquitlam Writers Group channel. In this channel, you will meet our members and learn how they finished and published their books. If you are a new writer struggling to finish your book and getting it published, you might want to join a writers group in your area or on Zoom. Or better yet, watch this channel to meet our authors and learn how they manage the writing and publishing process. Today, we will meet Janice Hodge. She started writing for a house magazine in England in 1960. Then she married and returned to Canada, where she devoted herself to being a wife and mother, only writing sporadically. When she was 74, she received an unexpected medical diagnosis that forced her to make some priorities in her life. She had the great fortune to meet a member of the Coquitlam Writers Group, and her dreams of getting some of her stories out for others to read became more of a reality. That was 8 years ago. Thanks to the helpful critiques and encouragement from the Coquitlam Writers Group, she now has 7 books on the Amazon shelf publishing site and an 8th crying to be finished. I don't want to be rich or famous, she said. I just like others to meet the people that visit my dreams. Janice lives in an ideal spot in rural Maple Ridge with her husband and their beloved standard poodle, Casanova. Hello, Janice, and welcome to this channel. How are you?
Good morning, Ted.
Great. Thanks for being here, Jan. Tell us about this book.
This book was how can I explain? The character came from a previous book, and I kind of fell in love with him. I had to develop more of him, and that's how that started. And he just kind of got carried away. He had a lot of adventures that had to be written down, and then he'd keep coming to me and saying, well, what if? And what if? And so this book was quite quickly and easily written, and it's led to another one, which I'm really trying hard to get on paper.
Very good. Well, from your writing background and your late start, why did you write this particular book? What inspired you to write this book?
Well, I thought it's a long time since the war. People don't talk about it anymore. You don't get the same number of people coming out for Armistice Day. We used to call it Armistice Day. And it's important. We mustn't forget what happened. And there's a background story there too. Life was very different in those days. And if I could kind of show a little bit of that to the people of today, I thought it might be of interest.
Wonderful. Tell me something. When you wrote this book, who do you think should read this book and why?
Well, that's strange because I was trying to think when I was writing it, who would be interested in reading this. And of course, some of my friends who are about my age, they all read the book and thought it was great. Of course, my children did. But now I find out that there's a 15-year-old boy who's reading it, and he's completely enthralled. So it seems to be a book that lots of people of different ages are enjoying, which is kind of nice. Yeah.
Well, can you read us an excerpt from this book just to get more people encouraged to take a look at it?
Certainly, that would be a pleasure.
Thanks.
I'll just read you a couple of pages from the very beginning, the first chapter. Dougal McFarlane. Gunfire swallowed the sound of Dougal McFarlane's scream, "No!" He raced down the field towards Stan, his sniper partner, as the German anti-aircraft guns shot the plane that was supposed to take them home. Horrified, he saw Stan climb onto the down plane to reach the pilot and pull him to safety, just as it blew up, sending the pair flying. Though not in the direct path of the explosion, the shock waves forced Dougal off his feet, and he tumbled down the incline to the road below. Christ, that poor agent that was taking our plane, he didn't stand a chance. Not with that new shipment of plastic explosive on board. Please God, it was quick. I knew there was something wrong with this drop. I could feel it in my water. It's the only time we didn't check the land out first. Damn, who the hell betrayed us? Is it on our end or the agency in England? Dougal's mind raced. His thoughts bounced along with his body as he scrambled for purchase in the undergrowth. How bloody ironic. All these months stuck behind enemy lines after being separated from our regiment, have freedom offered, only to fall foul at the last minute. Someone's having a laugh. The thorns on the gorse bushes tore at his clothing as he fell, but the suffocating smoke billowed into the air above, sparing him its choking fumes. The smell and roar of the fire followed him down the slope, and flying embers burrowed into the undergrowth. Soon the whole hillside was alight. Shit, if it's our end, have they got Louis and Adele too? I don't trust all the resistance workers, and there would be an enormous benefit to turning in the leaders of our group. I knew it was too good to be true when they said we'd be back in Britain in time for breakfast. On the roadside scrawled the bodies of the pilot and Stan. The pilot was closer, and Dougal gave him a quick cursory glance. He was breathing, unconscious and bleeding from the hip area, but not spurting blood. Stan was face down. Dougal turned him over and retched. Stan's face was unrecognizable. Fire melted his features. But he was alive. Thank God you're unconscious, mate. He swallowed the bile that rose in his throat and breathed, deep when he saw the car that they had arrived in was only a few feet away. If things had gone right, the new agent would return the car to Adele and Louis, and they would be halfway home. As it was, the car was a godsend. It was unlikely the Germans would bother checking down here. They'd have to get past the burning plane first, and that was spewing out flames as the plastic explosive continued its work. All right, laddie, let's get you out of the way. Dougal dragged the still unconscious pilot to the car. It was when he forced the man into the back seat that the pain brought him back to life, and he couldn't muffle a scream. Hush now, said Dougal, quiet as you can, and then we'll be out of here. The pilot's eyes were wide with fear. The man was terrified into silence. Back at Stan's side, Dougal's hands trembled as he pulled at Stan's shoulders. Dougal, at 5'6", was 6 inches shorter than his partner, and it took every iota of adrenaline and strength to drag him to the car. Stan's face was so disfigured, Dougal found it difficult to look at and focused instead on Stan's chest. That's it, come on, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, one last move. The smoke reached them now, and Dougal's eyes stung. He wiped them with the back of his hand, which made it worse. His nostrils filled with the stench that permeated the entire car, and he stifled a cough. His tremendous effort succeeded. Stan was in the passenger seat. Dougal picked a piece of gorse and dirt from Stan's face and vomited as some flesh came away with it. Shaking, he got behind the wheel and headed, he hoped, for the nearest village. Shall I stop there, Dan?
Yes, yes, yes. No, that was gripping. What a way to start a story.
Thank you.
With a bang and a crash and a bang. The reader knows you're definitely in a war.
Yes.
and there are problems ahead. Wow. Great story, great story. What a way to start your writing career. This is awesome, Jan. Um, but how your writing career, share us something about how has this writing group that you joined help you?
Oh, it has made such a difference. I can't believe the difference it's made. The critiques are always so very helpful. Um, it's all there's no meanness or cutting remarks or anything like that from this group. They're genuinely trying to help you improve, to be a better writer.
Well,
And I do appreciate it. And then I am not particularly computer literate, so I've been able to get some help from some of the members with my skills there, which has made a huge difference too.
well,
Um,
that's encouraging,
yeah,
Jan. Part of the reason for this channel is to encourage writers to find writing groups in their area and benefit from just how lucky we've been, you've been, all of us have been from helping each other out.
mm.
It's always a good resource to find and forge ahead. Jan, final question. Where is this book available?
At the moment, it's available on Amazon.
Mhm,
It's also available through me.
mhm.
I do have a website
All
somewhere.
right.
And but you can always contact me through the Coquitlam Writers Group and
Wonderful.
phone me if you wish. That would be grand too.
Thank you very much, Jan. For all the viewers of this channel for this particular episode, there will be links to Jan's Amazon page, book page in the description below. There will also be links to the meetup group that where you can find us and learn more about us. And if we happen to be in your area, uh, uh, do sign up and join and apply. Just answer a few questions and uh, you may soon be part of one. But there are many meetup groups all over the map, so good luck finding one. We encourage you to join one as soon as you can. You will not regret it. Your writing, with the help of others, including yourself, of course, will be off to a great start. Well, thank you very much, Jan. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to the launch of your next book, where we'll give you a chance to explain and talk to us about what inspired you to write the other books on your shelf. Thank you very much and
Thank
good
you.
night.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Jan. Good night. And thank you to everyone.